Good morning, my dear students. I am Picon Miss, here with my third presentation for the second summative evaluation. Today is Friday. The date is 1st May 2020. We are going to learn about the sixth lesson of Your Blossoms. The name of the poem is The Vagabond. It is an important poem in English literature. The class will start with a colorful video presentation. If you follow the video presentation very carefully, you will be able to understand the poem, develop your vocabulary, and have an idea about the life of the vagabond. At the end of the video presentation, questions and answers from this poem will be provided in PDF format. You will have to write the questions and answers in your copies, and it will be checked by respectable teachers of your class when the school reopens. Hope you will enjoy the class. So now, boys, we first listen the poem through the poet's voice. So now we know the poem The Vagabond was written by the poet Robert Louis Stevenson. So at first we know about the poet. The poet Robert Louis Stevenson was born on November 13, 1850 in Edinburgh, Scotland. His father wanted him to be a lighthouse engineer like himself. However, Robert wanted to write. As a kid, he was kept inside most of the time because he had tuberculosis. Robert married Fanny Osborne at age 26. He died of a stroke on 3rd December 1894 at the age of 44. His popularity is based on the exciting subject matter of his adventure novels and fantasy stories. His other verse collections include underroots and ballads.
The Vagabond. Give to me the life I love. Let the lave go by me. Give the jolly heaven above and the byway nigh me. Bed in the bush with stars to see, bread I dip in the river. There's the life for a man like me, there's the life forever. Let the blow fall soon or late, let what will be o'er me. Give the face of earth around and the road before me. Wealth I seek not, hope nor love, nor a friend to know me. All I seek, the heaven above and the road below me. Or let autumn fall on me, where afield I linger, silencing the bird on tree, biting the blue finger. White as meal the frosty field, warm the fireside haven. Not to autumn will I yield, not to winter even. Let the blow fall soon or late, let what will be o'er me. Give the face of earth around and the road before me. Wealth I ask not, hope nor love, nor a friend to know me. All I ask, the heaven above and the road below me.
The poem The Vagabond is taken from Songs of Travel by Robert Louis Stevenson. The, the theme of the poem is Robert Louis Stevenson's poem The Vagabond represents the kind of life that the poet would love to live. All the narrator wants is to live natural life, filled with the heavens, the land, the birds, and the river. A vagabond is a traveler, and this poem describes a man filled with wanderlust for the open road. So now I read the poem. The poem name is Vagabond and the poet is Robert Louis Stevenson. Give me the life I love, let the life go by me. Give me the jolly heaven above and the byway nigh me. So first two lines meaning give me the kind of life I love to live and let the rest of the world pass me by. And the next two lines means give me the great outdoors where I can see the heavens and give me the road beside me to travel. Bed in the bush with stars to see, bread to dip in the river. That means give me a bed outdoors where I can see the stars and bread that I can dip in the river. There's the life for a man like me, there's the life forever. So that means that is that type of life I want. So now we start the second stanza. The first two lines of the second stanzas. Let the blow fall soon or late what will be over me. That means it doesn't matter when I die, earlier or later, whatever will be. Next lines, give the face of earth around and the road before me. That means poet says, give me the earth, the great outdoors around me everywhere, and the road before me to travel. Next lines, wealth I seek not, hope nor love, and the road below me. That means I don't need money, love, or even friends. All I seek is the heavens above and the road below me. That means all I want is the great outdoors and the road to travel. I think all of you understood. So we start the third stanza. The first two lines of the start stanzas, or late autumn fall on me, where afield I linger. That means let the leaves of autumn fall on me wherever I may have stopped at the time. Next two lines, silencing the bird on tree, beating the blue finger. That means as autumn changes to winter, the birds disappear, preparing for winter. Next two lines, white as meal the frosty field, warm the fireside heaven. That means, and when the fields are covered with snow, I will have a fireside shelter outdoors. The last two lines of the third stanzas, not to autumn will I yield, not to winter even. That means I will not allow autumn and winter to force me indoors. And now we see the last stanzas or fourth stanzas, which is the same as the second stanza. So you follow the second stanza's meaning as a fourth stanza. Now I analyzes the first stanza again. In the first stanza, the speaker summarizes the joys of the life he loves. He has the radiant sky above him. He has the byway right at hand near to him. When he sleeps at night, he sleeps in nature's natural bed and has the ceiling of the sky above him. For breakfast, he dips his morning bread in the fresh cool river instead of in a cup of coffee or tea. And this is the type of life that he wants forever. So now I start the second stanza's analysis. The second stanza, also repeated as the fourth stanza, describe his sentiment that whether the storms of autumn come early or late, he wants the earth around him and the road beneath his feet. He makes it clear that the only thing he seeks to have is the sky above and the road to follow beneath him. Now, third stanza. This stanza presents a sketch of the hardships of life outdoors in autumn. The poet talks about the harsh conditions in autumn and poet that he may have to face while living in the open. He says that let the leaves of autumn fall on him, that represents the beginning of old days. In autumn, the field looks barren as the leaves have fallen off the tree. The birds are silent and are no longer seen singing on the trees. The cold is so severe in the winter that blood almost freezes the finger looks blue. The fields are covered with snow. The fireside is the only place that can give warmth and relief to the vagabond. However, the poet further states that even these harsh conditions will not stop a vagabond from living in open because all he yearns for his freedom above everything else. The fourth stanza is the same as the second stanza, so the explanation is also the same as second stanza. Now we discuss the poetic device of the poem. The first one is there are several instances of personification. Give the face of earth and a few metonymies, blue finger, but there is only one simile. Next one is there are, however, unusual vocabulary words from a Scots dialect like laugh and blow that might possibly be mistaken for metaphors. If his definitions are unknown, lave is defined as a flowing water as in a river, and blow is defined as a storm or a strong blast. Number 3, white as meal. This is a simile, a type of metaphor which uses like or as. Here the fields are frosty, looking like they have been dusted with flour. Number 4, warm the fireside heaven in complete contrast to the icy, frosty conditions of the lines above. This line invokes a completely different imagery. This heaven is probably in real life a small camp fire wind, whipped and requiring constant attention. But to the speaker, it is as if they are safe. Now I say the summary of the poem Vagabond. Robert Louis Stevenson's poem The Vagabond celebrates the glorious freedom and independence of a tramp's life. The poet starts the poem by asking to be given the life that he loves. Then he describes the life on the road, sleeping outside and swimming in the river. Stevenson, as a poet, appeals and desires to have the kind of lifestyle that he loves. He desires only jolly heaven above at the dry bread, where he can dip it in water of the river to eat whenever hungry. All that the vagabond is interested in is a life of unlimited travel. He wants to completely avoid all human associations. All that he wants to do is travel and travel from one place to another without any restraint whatsoever, not concerned about the weather or material wealth or possessions or anything else around him. He is happy with wandering all the time. He doesn't need a house to live. He doesn't need proper food. He doesn't need money. All he wants is a sky above him and an endless road ahead. Now you remember the word drop. The first one is lave, that means stream. Next one is jolly, that means happy. Then nigh means near. A field, that means in the field. Next linger, that means spend a while. Then mill, that means grains of cereal after a coarse grinding. Next one is heaven, that means a safe place. Then yield, that means surrender. And the last one is blow, that means travels and challenges. So boys, you remember to these points. Number 1, the narrator desires a life that is free from the burdens of worldly good. Number 2, he interjects that he cares not that he will be without friends or any of the things that most men crave. Number 3, his enthusiasm about his yearnings appeals to anyone who loves the outdoors, sleeping on the beach and listening to the sounds of nature. Number 4, taking an unusual attitude towards date, Stevenson does not care when it comes. So now we know what are the advantages of being a vagabond. Contentment is the great advantage of being vagabond. They seem to be able to find happiness in peace and through the solitary life, a man walking through nature. They have few possessions, yet that is precisely what helps them be happy. What kind of life does the vagabond love? The vagabond rather enjoys his life of wandering the highways and byways. It's a simple life being out in the open air. All the vagabonds' needs are catered for by Mother Nature. Now I give you some homeworks. Activity 8B, Activity 9 and Activity 12. So now our class is over. Have you any queries and problems? You can contact me through my mobile number. Thank you for the class.